Okay, this is a quick overview of the Roundit app as it stands today. What we're looking for is to have this work translated into a web app and using this functionality. So there is an Android app that exists today that we're in the process of rehooking up or rewiring for this process. So essentially, I'll go into prototype mode so that you can see how this is wired up. So we come up with a splash screen. We come into an authorization screen. This is all going to be run by Auth, which is a third-party tool, and we'd like that used in the web app itself. Then over here we come in, the assumption is, without going into too much detail at this point, that a charity name was passed in to the URL when the web app comes up. And so this is information the charity has already set up, information in our database in advance, and based on that information we're able to display this for the user. So the user will acknowledge the charity, and here's some error pages if the charity is not found. Then we go to the, and also if it's not found, we go to an auto discovery mode, and we can actually, manual discovery mode, and we can check with the charities that we know about. All right, once we do that, we move to the charity landing page, which gives information about the charity, as well as details. If you click on more information, this has changed slightly already and is continuing to change. And then you can choose to give a one-time donation or a roundup spare change. There's an introduction video when you go into, if you choose to round up, if you choose to do a one-time donation, this is not cooked up correctly, but if you choose to do a one-time donation, you go down here and you're prompted to either do an amount. This will probably change to dollars in the future, and that corresponds to a one-time payment or a monthly charge, and monthly charges are reoccurring. The credit card information is probably going to be in a separate page. We'll be using Stripe to do the execution of that, so we can use a Stripe plugin for that. And then a verification or validation page. If you choose to do the roundup option, you will be sent to, again, this isn't hooked up, but if you choose the roundup option, you'll be sent to this. At first, we give you an introductory video on roundits that you can ignore and get started, or you can play the video. It sets the expectations about what's going to happen. At this point, we use Plaid, which is a company that allows us to hook up to the client's bank account and get their information. So this UI will all be provided by Plaid. We'll enter the Plaid experience here and then exit the Plaid experience here, and that'll lead them to a client dashboard. And the V1, this will be a very rudimentary dashboard, but essentially the charity's information will be here. Their progress along setup will be down here. History will start to show up here of all their existing transactions and what we're rounding up. This will be the estimated roundup amount, and we may have a pending charge. And you'll have these menu functions. Again, those menu functions will be coming online as we approach the ship of iteration 1, whereas the alpha may have some of those menu items missing. And you can see then you can branch into different things like user setup, categories and additional ways of giving, and terms of agreement, policy and privacy information, as well as an about page. So that is an overview of the product as a whole, and I can give you a quick sort of walkthrough of what it might look like. So this is the app when it shows up. You go in through your login process. As you put information in, you end up on this landing page for your charity. If it's wrong, you can request a charity. If your charity is not found, we go through a discovery process. If your charity is found, we get this. You can click on Learn More, which is not hooked up properly. These are prototype pages. When you confirm that you want to do roundups instead of one-time give, you do this, and you go through. So this is not hooked up correctly. Anyway, but that's the idea of what the app would look like and the look and feel of the app. So hope that helps. And again, what we're looking to do is take the app functionality as it comes online and bring it up as a web service So let's see. All right, and so here's our website. Additionally, one of the things that we don't have showing up here, so this is sort of the steps of what that might look like, and what the customers will see, as well as impact information. Here's a fact, and then the other thing is, as soon as we're done with that functionality, in parallel we also want to be able to set up a charity sign up. So right now we just have them sending mail, but there's a charity sign up that we have not spec'd out, and it'll look very similar to what GoFundMe does for their campaigns, and we'll be setting that up as well. So okay, hope that helps. We can follow up in a conversation afterwards.